What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and today we've got some more Rise Vine news to talk about, and this video is going to be dedicated to Iron Banner and also Trials in this new expansion. We've got to look at a bunch of the new weapons and armor for both, and also some info on the changes we can expect in Rise Vine, mainly towards Iron Banner. So firstly, let's take a look at everything we know so far about Trials, and then we're going to get onto Iron Banner. So looking at the Trials of Osiris armor sets, we can see all three right here for the Hunter, Titan and Warlock. So my personal favourite has got to be the Warlock or the Titan. I think they both look really cool. The Hunter personally doesn't really stick out to me, it looks pretty boring. I'm not sure if it's because we've seen it so many times before, but the Warlock and Titan especially look really cool. So the Titan is actually based off of a Scarab Beetle, the Warlock is based off of a Cobra Snake, and the Hunter, of course, is based off a cat. So those are keeping with the Egyptian themes we've always had in Trials of Osiris. So really awesome themes going on here. You can definitely tell the animals are kind of based off. It looks like the Warlock and the Titan have some kind of lighting effects going on for their faces. So maybe these can be affected by chroma in the same way that our current April update Trials gear can be affected, the little Apple Watch things on the wrist. But it looks like the faces can be affected by chroma. Got some really cool lighting effects. And once again, the Hunter just doesn't really look that great. No lighting on him, but the other two look really cool in my opinion. I think the Warlock stands out as my favourite so far in Rise Vine. Definitely got some of the best armor sets. Maybe it's because the Hunter always gets such really cool cloaks, but so far the Hunter is definitely slacking, which is bad news for me because I'm mainly a Hunter character, but the other armor sets look really cool. So we also know that this Trials gear can be affected by ornaments, which is the brand new customization feature to visually tweak some of the armor sets. And we know that in order to obtain the Trials ornaments, you need to go flawless, and that is the requirement to get this stuff. So pretty steep barrier right there, but you know if you see someone with fully customized and tweaked armor from Trials, then you know they've been to the Lighthouse quite a lot, and they probably go flawless quite regularly. Now, talking about the Trials weapons, we've seen only one so far that I can spot, and this appears to be a Trials Scout Rifle. The only thing I can say about this, it's got a really cool design. It's not a reskin, it's not a model we've seen before, it's completely brand new, which is awesome. This is of course good news because in year 1 and 2, the weapons and armor were identical. They were basically reskins of each other. The only thing that changed with the weapons were the actual archetypes and perks, and the armor, the colors changed slightly. But in year 3, we're getting completely new armor sets, completely new weapons, and designs never seen before. So moving on to the Iron Banner, let's take a look at some of the weapons. We can spot a ton of them in the press images. Firstly, this hand cannon with a giant spike on it. It's like a bayonet, which looks really cool. A very strange design I've never seen before either. So again, new weapon models, which is cool, and not a reskin of year 1 or 2. We can all see this auto rifle. Now, this is described a little bit in one of the images, and that's how we know that this is Iron Banner weaponry. It says that this auto rifle teases what players can expect from the renewed Iron Banner awards, so that's how we know this is definitely an Iron Banner weapon, and pretty much any weapon that looks like this with this theme is from the Iron Banner, and those are going to be directly earned from that. Also, we can see the shotgun held by the Titan, which looks pretty cool. Again, the massive bayonet on it, and finally the sniper, which you can see on the Hunter's back. Now, if we look at the artwork of the original Iron Lords, we can see a similar theme going on here. The Titan looks like the one we've already seen before with those massive horns on it. The Warlock looks kind of similar to the Iron Lord's gear, and the weapons also look similar to the ones we've seen. So you can see how the weapons we're going to earn in Rise Vine are directly based off of original concept art from the Iron Lords, and we're literally going to be using the exact same weapons and armor that the Iron Lords held back when they used to be around. I can't exactly tell what the Titan is holding. It looks a bit like a sniper rifle, but the thing the Hunter is holding is almost definitely a sniper in its size. So I'm thinking maybe the Titan's weapon is a scout rifle or something similar. You can see where the theme of the Iron Lords is coming from. Now, talking about Iron Banner gear, there is one set of course, already seen before. This is almost definitely going to be Iron Banner Titan gear, wearing the gold spiral shader. He's got Iron Banner wolves all over him, so this is almost definitely the Titan in his Iron Banner armor. If you look at the Hunter, we've got a few kind of glimpses of him in the Game Informer images, but it's very confusing. I can't tell if this is Iron Lord or Iron Banner gear, and you'll see why in just a second, because this looks pretty much identical to Iron Banner gear. It's got the same theme, he's got the full Iron Banner weapons, his cloak has got the Iron Banner wolves on it, and there's no Iron Lord logos. But you might remember this image from the Yellowwing trailer. This is clearly the same armor set, but it's instead got the Iron Lord logos instead, and it's got gold designs. So I can't really tell what is going on here. The designs on the shoulders seem a little bit different. If you look at the two side by side, they're obviously the same armor set, but you can see slight differences between the two. One that makes one look more like Iron Banner, and the other one looks like Iron Lord. So I'm not sure whether this is ornamentation or whether you can slightly customize them with the trims of fur and armor plating, but it seems to be an example of it. Although we do know that Iron Banner and Iron Lord are two distinct separate armor pieces, I'm not sure why these two are so similar. Maybe you guys can make some sense of this, leave some comments down below, but to me these two look very similar. So with the weapons and armor out of the way, let's talk about how Iron Banner is going to function and all of the changes is going to be featured in Rise of Iron. So they've already said the first ever Iron Banner that runs in the expansion, the mode is going to be Supremacy, so that's what to expect. You should probably practice the mode before you hop into Iron Banner. they said that when Iron Banner runs, there's going to be a new area in Felwinter Peak that opens up, and that is where you go to interact with your vendor, who is Lord Saladin, without his mask. Now, this area is going to close just like the tower when Iron Banner isn't running, but when it is, you're going to find Saladin in there selling you some bounties and the regular Iron Banner stuff. You can see his inventory briefly right here. You can spot he's selling the year 1 green emblems from Iron Banner, and also the year 2 brown ones. So if you missed out on the green emblems, he's actually going to be stocking them right now. And you'll also spot the gold spiral and million shaders that we're very familiar with. I'm really hoping they've got some new shaders this time around. I'm really sick of the gold spiral shader. I think it's really ugly. But there is good news in the sense that we no longer have to wear any of the class items, emblems, or shaders in order to get bonus 10% XP. You can look however you want, and they're basically taking it away, so no longer will you get bonus rep for those. So no longer are we going to be tied to the gold spiral and million. Now, also they've taken away the tempered buff, so that's not going to be existing when you get bonus rep the later the weeks go on. They've also made it easier to rank up in general. So they saw 2 problems with Iron Banner. The first one was that a lot of people said they could only play Iron Banner at the beginning of the week, and that basically meant that they missed out on ranking up towards rank 5 towards the end, where you get most of the XP. And also, a lot of people weren't bothering to play at the beginning and pretty much just hopped on the Sunday when you get loads of XP and get to rank 5 instantly. So they eliminated that, and essentially the more you play, the more you rank up. But getting to rank 5 in general is going to be a lot easier. So tempered buff doesn't exist, but it's going to be more of a normal ranking system. The whole rubber banding effect between your characters is still in place, so once you get 1 to rank 5, your other 2 will be significantly easier. And if you get 2 characters to rank 5, it will be really easy to get that 3rd one. So that's still in place, which is really good. And they've also revamped the entire bounty system, getting rid of some of the harder ones, like the top scorer. It seems like every single update, they make the bounties significantly easier, and pretty much any of the hard ones they just get rid of. So that's pretty strange, but now the bounties will be very easy now. And also, any bounty you complete apparently will drop an Iron Banner award, so an armor or weapon. And apparently that's any bounty. I'm not sure if they mean just the brown ones, but it seems like any bounty that you complete, once you turn it in, you're going to get given an Iron Banner award on the spot. So that is everything we know so far about Trials and Iron Banner in the Rise of Iron expansion. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, anything you're excited about. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.